So we will call the meeting to the order for the November 21st meeting of the BZA. We'll start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. So everyone stand up and we'll do that. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, you may be seated. All right, so roll call, Suzanne?
Sandy Calvert. Here. Corbin April.
Present.
Norm Warner. Dustin Combs. Beth Wood.
Here.
Okay. Next on the agenda, we have the approval of the meeting minutes from October the 24th. I will entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion made by Sandy,
Second that.
second by Beth. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Good. All righty. Old business, I don't see anything, so, okay, so we can move on to the new business, which would, the first one would be the design variance on the BZA 2024-23. Richard and Janice Smith, are you present?
And daughter.
Okay, gotcha. Sounds good. All right, so this stuff I have to read you gave me, I've got two of them here. Okay, read this one first, okay. Variance may be approved only upon determination in writing that, one, the approval will not be injurious to the public health, safety, morals, and general welfare of the community. The use and value of the area adjacent to the property included in the variance will not be affected in a substantially adverse manner. The need for the variance arises from some condition peculiar to the property involvement. The strict application of the terms of the chapter will constitute an unnecessary hardship if applied to the property for which the variance is sought, and the approval does not interfere substantially with the comprehensive plan. So establishing the foundation, public notice in accordance with IC 5-3-12 and IC 5-3-14 shall be published at least 10 days prior to the meeting. Did that happen?
Yes.
Okay. At least 10 days prior to the hearing, the planning director shall notify all interested parties of the public hearing by certified mail. Did it happen? Okay. And then at least 10 days prior to the hearing, the planning director shall post and maintain a sign on the subject property notifying those passing the property that a request for variance approval for the property has been made.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I can skip the stuff that's not highlighted, or do I need to read that part too?
Yeah, you don't need to
Okay.
read anything unless it's highlighted.
All right. All right. The board may approve, deny, or approve with conditions. The board shall make written findings and facts in support of its decision. And then, okay. So the applicant shall first present the facts of the argument in support of the case. So I will ask for representation for Richard and Janice to come forward.
Yeah, I'm Teresa.
Okay, turn the mic on, state your name, and just talk about what you got going on here.
What we're wanting to do is take 2 acres and they're actually wanting to deed it over to my son and my daughter, my future daughter-in-law,
Okay.
to build a house on. When I turned in everything, I turned in pictures at the location where it was at. It shows the location. It wasn't farmed this year, so you guys know where it's at. This was also brought to me, the house next door, saying it was all right for us to go ahead and do that. They have no,
Did you get a copy of this, Suzanne? Okay, gotcha.
okay.
I'm going to show you
He gave it to us, so.
Okay.
We've had the driveway approved. We've had them come out and do the septic and the well. Part of it has been approved. All I need now is for your guys' approval to be able to do it for the 2 acres.
Okay.
What was your name again? Sorry.
Teresa,
Teresa.
yeah,
First, last name.
Brian.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Well, thank you, Teresa. I guess, is there any questions of Teresa while she's up here? Okay.
Pretty simple.
Yeah, pretty straightforward, so you can go ahead and be seated.
Shut
Yeah.
that down?
Yeah, you can leave it on, that's fine, yeah, that's fine, yeah. All right. The burden shall be on the applicant to supply all information necessary for a clear understanding of the proposal, which was presented. Are there any comments from the public that need to be made on this application, either for or against this? Okay.
Or for it.
Yeah. All right, good deal. Yeah. Any person wishing to speak must register. Yeah, I already did that. Okay. All right, I will now close the public portion of the hearing. So I guess on to discussion from the board. Do you guys have any concerns? Looks like having the variance approval for under 5 acres. Any concerns there? Any questions?
I make a motion, we accept as written.
Okay.
And I'll second.
Motion by Beth, second by Sandra. All right, all in favor? All right, motion passed. So congratulations, you guys have got your
Thank you.
variance. So remind me, Suzanne, they can get with you next week?
Yeah,
So-
well, since the holiday's next week.
Okay.
Give me
Following
until the following week.
And then everything should, paperwork-wise, should be good.
Okay.
So-
So we're start. All right, thank you
Okay,
very much.
thank you guys for coming in. All right,
Can we leave?
yes, you are good to go. Yes, thank you. Yep,
Thanks.
no problem. Okay, and then it says, commitment shall be recorded, which Suzanne will do all that, so, okay. All right. Now, we will open up the next business for the new business, the public hearing for use variance BZA 2024-24 for Mark and Robin Franklin. So I'm assuming that's you guys, so, all right, so we'll open it up here and just come forward, state your name, and then tell us about what you're proposing here.
My name's Mark Franklin, this is my wife Robin.
Okay.
And the area in question, I'm just gonna read you some of what I've got wrote. There's 3 lots on 629 Freeman Road. They were started 36 years ago. My dad, Dwight Dunnigan, put them in. Steve Craddock was one of the first renters we had in 1988. 629 was one area. It was all grandfathered in. It was way before zoning and everything had ever done.
Right.
Okay, so what we don't understand is they came in on Hunt Lane, which is one of our lots. And the reason it's called Hunt Lane is because 911 couldn't find it, so they named it Hunt Lane. So anyway, but it's all 629 Freeman Road. And we don't understand why you pick on one of them. I mean, we can't make trailers move in and out. That's just all there is to it. I mean, it's been for rent ever since the person left. And I can't make them go buy one and pull it in for $10,000. That's what it costs to move one now. And they don't want to pay taxes and insurance, so I could have rented 100 trailers. But this has been setting for rent. And then Gary comes out because one of the ladies that rented there, which she's all set up now, Gary's done approved everything, but she come from Monroe County, and they told her she had to have the permit from Monroe County. So she got that, and didn't know she had to have it in Owen County, okay? So then Gary went by and seen the underpinning not on, so he pulls in and wasn't real nice to her with his wording, but then she called me all upset, and this woman's got some health issues, so let's try to keep her calm. So we came in here and we paid the $500, which I don't understand because we have not had income on this lot. It was grandfathered in with the whole acreage. And I guess I'm just, we're taxed for home site on each one of them now because they're all considered a home site, but I can't probably build on them, but they're taxed that way. At the time that our renter came in to rent, we were looking at buying a new one to put in there to rent because it takes everything we have to make the taxes and insurance on that place. And with us not having that income and then having to pay the $500 when it was grandfathered in, I mean, I just don't,
Does each one have a separate septic?
yes.
But a mobile home is personal property.
I don't understand. I read in your zoning thing about vacant for 6 months or more. I don't understand what that means.
I mean, we
Why
can't
would-
make
why
somebody
was-
come in.
No, I mean, why was that even, does that have to do with a trailer lot rental, or was that put in there for something other than that?
I think it's a real gray area.
Yeah.
I think it should have been grandfathered in.
I do too. And I don't think we should have had to pay the $500.
So the rule says if land or structure, if it's vacant for 6 months or more, then it's no longer grandfathered in. So the property has four spots.
Right.
3 of which had houses or manufactured homes on them.
Three
The
of
one
them.
did not. So when the one moved out and then they didn't replace it or have someone else put it back within 6 months, it lost the grandfathering of the whole property.
But the whole
To put
property.
it back.
Oh.
So because they're zoned agricultural and there's only 8 acres there, they could have one house per 5 acres, which they exceed that by
Right.
having 3 and then that 4th one, so.
So
And they
how,
don't
how
need
long
the
ago was
mobile.
it when there was, I mean, are we talking like 7 months? Has it been a year? I mean, how long ago was it when the last one was?
We had to put the man in there out in August of last year because no rent.
As you can see in the aerial, it's not there.
Right, that's what I was gonna say.
Right, you can tell.
Yeah,
Right.
and then what was it, October that it went in? I can't
No,
remember.
we rented it in August of this year. But,
So 12
you know.
months it was empty.
yeah, but I can't make somebody rent and I've got all these others that's there on that property, you know, and I can't make somebody go out and say, buy a trailer, you're going to my place. I can't do that.
Yeah.
And it's been for rent ever since.
And you had a sign out on the road.
Yeah, I mean, it's been for rent. I've even had it on
Really?
Facebook. But nobody wants to buy and pay the taxes and
We
insurance.
did have a few people stop and inquire about it, but when they found out how much it was gonna cost for
To
them to
move it.
have their mobile home moved, they elected not to do it.
And I could have rented to RVs all summer. I could have rented to campers, but I didn't want that. I wanted permanent fixture. And that if I'd known this,
Right, yeah.
I don't know, what we're supposed to do if it happens again?
but we didn't know.
Well,
And
so the variance that you're asking for will cover the property.
Mhm.
So if it happened, you won't have to do it again. Because if they give you the variance, then it'll cover the property until said time you may not own it. If you were to sell it or something, or, you know.
So if they sold it, it wouldn't stay with the
So there
land?
is, I think, there's a clause in there that if you give them the variance, it will follow to the next property owner.
Okay.
But
Do we have to state that, like when the variance is?
I believe that you do have to
During
put
the
that as a condition.
During the motion, have been conditioned
Most of the
that
time,
it just stays
because you
there.
guys have done that before,
Yeah.
is
So
you put
the-
it as a clause, which is a condition, that it says that it will follow to the next to the next owner that the said property could.
so it doesn't matter that the rest of them were all there and anything. It's just the whole thing is basic on this one that didn't get rented.
The one piece that was
I
vacant.
just don't think that's right. I'm sorry, but I don't think we should be in it, and I don't think we should, I mean, I should be in Florida right now for the winter.
Right.
I had to wait for this meeting.
Understand.
It's a good
Yeah.
thing you showed up.
That's right. I don't know, it would have been real bad to wait till another month, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, that's just, so originally when this was set up, there wasn't zoning in the county when you
No.
guys had these there, so the zoning came in afterwards, and that's
Right.
why.
And
I
my
was-
dad was part of the ones that put, I mean, he was
Put before
commissioner,
them.
he, you know,
Yeah.
and,
Okay,
you know, I just don't think this is fair.
okay. All right. Well, thank you. Is there any other comments, I guess, or questions for Mark and Robin while they're up here? Okay. All right, you guys can be seated. Yeah, thank you.
When will we know what's going on?
In about 2 minutes.
Yes, yes, we will make our discussions here, so
Okay.
do that, thank you. All right, okay, so any public's not seen any, there's probably no concerns. Did you get anything in writing from anybody, any
No,
concerns at all?
I
So,
didn't hear from any neighbors.
okay, sounds good. The criteria, the approval will not be injurious to public health and safety, morals, and general welfare in the community. It's been there, I don't think it will. The use of the value of the area adjacent to the property, including the variance, will not be affected in a substantially adverse manner. Again, doesn't seem like it to me it will. The need of the variance arises for some condition peculiar to the property involved. The strict application of terms of the chapter will constitute an unnecessary hardship if applied to the property of which the variance is sought, and the approval does not interfere substantially with the comprehensive plan. So again, I don't feel like there's any issues with those. You gave public notice, I believe, yep, for everything, the 10 days prior, and then at least 10 days prior to the, you also had the sign they said by the road, so all that's covered. All right, so we can move on. Any other discussion from the board before we entertain a motion? Okay, I will entertain a motion then.
I'll make that motion and that it's to run with the land,
Okay.
provide the variance now.
Mhm.
Do we have a separate septic for the fourth
Yes.
mobile
I
home?
believe based on their,
I don't have 4 mobile homes.
I mean, for a fourth,
Yes, the one is the house, I don't know if you were Dad lived for you.
Yes.
That one there, and then the 3 are behind. Every one of them has their own septic
okay,
Separate.
and utilities.
okay. Yeah, for the 3 mobile homes and the house to run with the land.
So Beth made the motion to accept this use variance for the property, and it stays, with the condition stays with the property whenever new owners come into place as well.
I'll second.
And seconded by Sandra. All in favor? 3-0.
okay,
Okay. Congratulations, you guys have got your variance. Sorry for the trouble.
I just don't,
Yeah.
I don't agree with the $500 for this, I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah, well, like I said, they're in the process of redoing the whole plan. I'm not for sure how this falls in with the new proposed UDO, but maybe it'll address some of the issues where we'll have that in the future, so. But thank you guys for your patience on this.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Have
So-
a good day in Florida
Yes.
now.
Yeah, well, as soon as we can get down there, I don't know.
Yeah. All right, so we'll now close that hearing. Everything is good. So next we have public comments, which see none, nothing there. Staff reports.
okay. So I gave you guys a calendar of
Yep.
meeting dates for the 2025 year. Do you guys have any changes? I did try to go with the school calendar.
Okay.
Any dates that conflicted with the school calendar, like, spring break or summer break, certain summer break things that might have been happening. I tried to make sure we avoided anything that
Mhm.
interfered with that. So all of these dates are based on that, so.
Yep, I'll
I am.
make a motion to approve the proposed calendar.
I'll second.
All right, so motion by Corbin, seconded by Sandy, all in favor? All right. All right, sounds good to me. Any other reports, Suzanne?
Nope.
Okay.
That's it.
Awesome. Any comments from the BZA members?
Do we have hearings for next month?
You have one, yes.
Okay, sounds good. All right, then I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Sandra, seconded by me. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Sounds good. All righty.